Hello, everybody, and welcome to Her Divine Vibe. I'm Jessica, and this is going to be the first of many, many videos. We're going to keep it short and sweet because I do have a podcast and I am on Instagram, and there's so much content, right? There's just so many things to talk about. But we're going to keep it short and sweet here on YouTube. And basically, her Divine Vibe is everything about illuminating your path to self-love and becoming the most magnetic, radiant, irresistible, empowered version of yourself, which you already are, all those things. It's just about owning it. So I'm going to talk about self-love, self-care. We're going to sprinkle some astrology, some tarot, just my own experiences, things that are going to be of guidance for you, okay? Because I know what it's like to be somebody who had no self-worth, no confidence, just like not attracting the most divine experiences in life. And sometimes we have to go through those things to be able to share them with others. So I am like that big sister that I wish I had. I'm here to just really be that friend of yours, that guidance, so that you don't have to go through things the hard way. Don't make it harder for yourself. We want to live a divine life. And of course, there's going to be growth and discomfort. But if I could just make it a little more beautiful for you, that's what I'm here for. So, I wanted to share with you a post that I made, and I think it's really important to share that we need to stop overgiving. Me personally, big overgiver with my time, my energy. This comes from people pleasing tendencies, which put a finger down if you've have that tendency. I myself, right now, I would say I'm a recovering people pleaser. So we've learned to have boundaries. We've learned self-respect. We learned that our energy is sacred. But if you are still on that path, if you are just recognizing that you have that, I want this to be a reminder for you, okay? So I'm going to read it off of here because I am not great at memorizing. And it is something so genuine, but I want to have some structure. So stop overgiving, okay? We're not overgiving our energy. It's so sacred, it's so divine, and we've worked hard to get to where we are in this life right now. So what a disservice it would be to just give too much where you're not even giving back. So I want to start with how to love yourself without sacrificing your energy. So these are just about 4 or 5 tips. Number one, you don't have to earn love by doing the most. Sometimes with certain people, we have to perform to earn love. Whether that's with your parents, in a romantic relationship, even friendships, you have to like show up in a certain way so then they love you. Like you have to do something for them to love you or show you love. But when you are not performing, when you are not doing the things that they're used to you doing, then that shows you, do they really love you for you, or do they just love you for what you do for them? And you get more clarity that way. So if they only value you when you're overextending yourself, that's not love, that's dependency. Okay. And ladies, I know that we get into relationships where the man is just like, they like need you. You know what I mean? It's not even that they love you. I'm sure there's some extent of love, but like they need you. That's different. That's dependency right there. And that's not true divine love. So you're always going to find yourself over giving and over giving because you want to be loved. And you realize even if you're not accepting it consciously, subconsciously, you know, like, oh my God, if I stop doing this, they're not gonna love me. If I don't answer their call every time they call, they're not gonna love me. If I don't get straight A's, my parents are not gonna love me. If I don't, like all these things, right? Depending what age you are, but just different things for different people in your life. So notice when it's a dependency and when it's actual real love. So, yeah, you don't want to earn your love. Love should not be always earned. Trust, I understand trust, but love, I had to earn your love. Hmm. Overgiving is a trauma response. This is, we learn how to love when we're loved in our childhood, how our parents treat us when we do certain things. So it's rooted in the fear of being abandoned, rejected, or seen as not enough. So it's time to unlearn that. Um, I definitely, from a young age, feeling abandoned was super huge for me. And so I would show up in my romantic relationships like overgiving because I was afraid they were going to leave me. And so that's my trauma response. Wait, look at me. Look, I'll do this for you. I'll do anything for you. I'll be here for you. I'll do whatever you want. I'll overgive my time, my energy, anything you want because I don't want you to leave me. Look at what an amazing girlfriend I am. And so you're overgiving because you're afraid of rejection or of them leaving you. And that's just you not honoring yourself. And the other person can see that. And then they just kind of like abuse it a little bit. They're like, oh, she'll do anything for me. Wow, I have this girl wrapped around my finger. And you never want to be that person. It's not wearing your heart on your sleeve. There's a thin line there, like this is really you being afraid of losing something or someone if you don't overextend yourself. But you have to have so much self-worth knowing I don't have to prove myself. I don't have to feel afraid of rejection because the people that are meant to be in my life will be here with me. I don't lose what's not meant for me. And just having that mindset of I don't lose what is not meant for me. So not overgiving because you're afraid of not being accepted. You're not here to be understood and you're not here to be liked by everyone. And your people will always love you. You don't have to overgive. Self-love means choosing yourself first, even if it disappoints others. You're not selfish. You are sacred. I'm going to say that one more time. You're not selfish. You are sacred. Sacred things require an offering, right? So if you're finally putting a boundary of, I don't have time for that right now. I need to focus on me. I can't go out today. I gotta do my laundry. I gotta clean the house. Oh, I gotta, do this. This is a priority right now. Putting yourself first, putting your necessities first, putting what's important to you first, a priority, doesn't make you selfish. It's you need to do these things for growth, for yourself, for just maintaining your life. And if people choose to feel like you're neglecting them or you're not a good friend, or you're not a good girlfriend, if you if like people when you put your boundaries and people react in that way, that shows you it's not real love. It's, you know, here we go with having to overextend yourself to earn their love. No, people that love you will be like, all right, cool. Let me know when you have a free time. Let me know what your schedule's like, and they don't take it personal. And that's a beautiful thing. So you don't need to be around people that are constantly like battling you for choosing yourself at times. there has to be a balance. I mean, you can't put everybody else first all the time. Like, it is important for you to know that your energy is sacred. And you start seeing, like, if I spend my time here, how is this helping me elevate? How is this helping me grow? How is this nourishing me? Is this because I need to prove something to them? Like, you really gotta observe what and who you spend your time on and what is it like bringing back into your life. You don't want to just waste your time doing silly things with silly people that are going in silly places when you're here to grow, when you're here to live your dreams. So, of course, it's okay to have girl time. It's okay to have, fun. But when you're just overdoing it and it just seems pointless and there's no growth happening and you just feel like you're depleting yourself, it's okay to say no and it's okay to put yourself first and it's okay to love yourself and be like, I don't have time for this right now. You are a sacred being. Your energy is sacred. So value it by choosing with intention what you do and who you spend your time with. And real love flows both ways. It's not just you showing up, the other person has to show up as well. You deserve relationships that nourish you, not drain you. Your needs matter too. How many times have we experienced, or how many of us have experienced friendships where it's like, you love that person. I have so much love for you, girl, but you only call me when there's drama. You only call me when you want to like air out, your day. But you never ask me how I'm doing. You don't ask me, what do I need? And when I do share, it's just like, okay, girl, like you don't get the same reciprocation. So you have to really learn, like, stop overgiving yourself to people that are not giving you the same energy back. Love flows both ways. Real divine love in friendships and romantic relationships, even in like coworker space. You don't want to be the person that's just always there, always showing up, always being there for their calls. And when you need something, when you just have that one moment that you need to express yourself or you need, just someone to hear you out and no one is there, you feel like shit. You feel like, wow, and it's not that you show up for people to get that back, but it's just that's what love is. You feel like I'm there for you, so I know you got me, and then you realize, oh wait, you don't got me. You don't have me. You're not there for me. You don't really love me. You just like what I give for you. You just like when I'm there for you, So honoring yourself by nurturing relationships that give you the same love that you give to them. Because it never feels good for your heart to feel like, wow, I was such a good friend to them and I they weren't there as a good friend for me, or wow, like I'm there for my lover. I'm supportive of their dreams, but when it comes to mine, I get nothing. I don't get the support. I don't get the recognition or whatever it is, like it shouldn't feel that way. So then you do a disservice to yourself and then you're telling yourself like you're not worthy. And that's not the storyline. You are worthy. You're just not giving your energy to the right people and the right relationships. So just some key points on how to stop overgiving. Pause before you say yes. Oh my God, that was a big thing for me. I would say yes in a heartbeat, and then I'd be like, oh my God, how do I? I don't think I really want to do this anymore. But I already said yes, and now I'm obligated, like all these inner thoughts. But pause before you say yes and really ask yourself, do I really want to do this? And if I say yes, why am I saying yes? Am I trying to prove something? Do I feel like I would be looked at as a an amazing girlfriend or an amazing friend or an amazing daughter if I say yes? Like, really ask yourself, is this something I really want to do? Ask yourself, is this depleting my energy or is it energizing me? That's really important. If you know you're going to be drained, why put yourself through that? Set limits without guilt. That's so important. I it was really hard for me to say no without feeling guilty. And even to this day, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, was that like rude of me? Was that mean of me? Like, are they gonna hate me for it? Like once in a while, those feelings will go, they will creep up, but don't feel guilty for saying no. You are not a bad person for saying no. And sometimes that person needs to hear no. So it's not making you like a bad person in any way. Of course, it's all about your intention, but I'm sure you have a reason to say no. So say it from your heart. I really can't right now. I hope that someone can show up for you in the way that you need them to, but me in this moment, I have other obligations, and so I can't be there in that way. But hit up blah 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 or whatever, just saying no without feeling guilty because you can't be everything for everyone all the time. It just doesn't do you any good for yourself and just spreading yourself thin. We all know where that takes us. We feel like, what did I just get myself into? Um, and lastly, let people show up for you too. The way that you show up for others, the way that you're quick to answer the phone call, the way that you're quick to pull up to them, let others show you that too. Maybe you're not used to men opening the door for you. So if you go on a date for the first time and he's a gentleman and he pulls out the chair, you're just like, it might be a little weird. You don't know how to act. Just allow yourself to receive. Sometimes when we're overgivers, we're like, no, we're good. No, I'm fine. I'm all right. Because you don't want to be a burden. You don't want to like give weight to people. You don't want to just take away other people's time to help you. But why is it okay for them to take your time to help them? It doesn't make sense. So allow yourself to receive, and you'll know when it's coming from a place of love from other people because they see how genuine and loving that you are. So you deserve the same energy as well. So working on receiving, which I know a lot of us have a hard time with that even with like simple compliments, I know that a lot of women we tend to respond with a compliment back, and I think that's beautiful, but sometimes just take the compliment. You don't have to say something back. You can just say thank you so much. I appreciate that, or thank you for seeing me in that way. Like that made my day, you know? So really receiving it and having your moment. Um, so that's what I have for you as far as no more overgiving. Your energy is sacred. Your energy is not for everybody to always experience. And it's important to make sure that you're balanced because energy is not supposed to be always outward, 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 because then you deplete your aura, right? Imagine you have this beautiful magnetic aura around you and then every time you give, it sucks and shrinks your aura a little bit. So let's say by the end of the week, all the giving that you did, whoo, you're left with nothing and you feel depleted, you feel unloved, you feel tired, you feel like not clear in your mind, not so much focus on your own things sometimes, not enough energy to give to the things that you have to get done or, being distracted. So your aura is depleted. But when you bring that energy inwards and empower yourself, then it's like this flow of energy and your aura comes back to being magnetic and radiant. And it's important, right? I'm not saying say no to every single person, but take your time practicing these things and see how it shifts your life. It makes all the difference. It makes all the difference in how and who you give and spend your energy with, and honoring yourself. Because what are you telling yourself? What are you showing others on how you treat yourself? So, yeah, that is what I have for you. I will catch you in the next video, you guys.